Good morning. Alright guys, I am up mad early this morning, but it's Monday. You know what it is. It's Monday. Let's make some money. So I'm just checking out the charts from what we analyzed yesterday during the weekly analysis. So far, the market hasn't really moved. It didn't open with any crazy candles or anything, with any gap. So we're looking really good. The only thing is I have to actually leave the house in like an hour, 30 minutes. We are going to a totally different region. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know how much content I'm going to be able to shoot there, if I am at all able to record anything. But we're going to be back tomorrow evening. So that is going to be Monday, Tuesday evening. But it's going to be a really good week. I'm looking forward to trading. Actually, the Nasdaq does look like it's going to give us really good opportunities, and also on gold. Actually, Bitcoin, we're already in a Bitcoin trade. You know that from the previous video. And yeah, Nasdaq and gold, I'm actually hoping to get really good trades on those two charts. But anyway, let's not waste so much time. I already have my bag, it's packed. I just need to get ready so that we can leave this house in the next 1 hour 30 minutes. But just like that, Monday was over. We had 0 trades, but a really fun day. Just look at that. Our balance has dropped. This is because of this trade on the Nasdaq. We just took a crazy hit. $1,400 lost on a single trade. Now, I had risked a little bit too much on this trade. My initial stop loss was $250 per trade, but I added positions last night, and yes, so this Bitcoin trade is the one that is currently holding up the account, and is why I could afford to risk a little too much on the Nasdaq. You can see what a beautiful trade we have here on the Nasdaq. In as much as it did not play out exactly as I would have wanted it to, it is still a good trade. Something that I would always talk about, because you know, we held this trade from this day. When is this? We held this trade from Thursday to Thursday. This is literally a week of holding. And there's one thing about being caught up in a range. This is the movement the market has made on the Nasdaq for an entire week, and unfortunately, we got caught up in that whole mess. Now, I'm going to explain my thought process, because the trade still very much looks like a good trade. Well, that's what I thought last night. I was expecting it to break out of that zone, and on the 4-hour time frame, clearly it didn't. But after FOMC on the hourly time frame, we were ranging right at this area here. Then we used a big bullish momentum candle to break out of that area, and for that reason I was like, okay, we broke out of these zones again with the same candlestick. I was like, this momentum is enough for us to keep pushing up to the top. Like, Nasdaq is ready, and we added positions right at this zone. This is me telling the inner circle last night, add positions to our Nasdaq trade with the same stop loss, which was here. And then when we woke up this morning, Nasdaq was like, good morning everyone. It has tanked down and taken us out. But that's all good. I hope you actually learned from this. If the setup was to come again, I would take it the exact same way again, because it does respect every single one of my rules, and there's nothing that I would have changed on that setup. It's just the market that didn't play out as I would have wanted it to play out. But right now, that's about it. We are looking for new opportunities now on the Nasdaq. Also have my eyes right on gold and obviously on US30, and I had sent as a setup, you see in the free group, this US30 trade, that is the one that's right here. So we had broken out of this area. We just came back into this zone, tapped right at this level, and then shot up to the top. But tell me why I missed this trade too. I actually didn't see this trade on US30. I saw it when it had already moved, and that was it. I couldn't actually go into the US30 trade. But I hope everyone who is in the free signal group here, you actually took the trade, because this was pretty straightforward on US30. Now, also Bitcoin, as you can see, our Bitcoin trade is holding on quite nicely right over here, and that's exactly what we expected to keep doing. I wanted to break out of this area and to then push up to the top. Right now it looks like it's coming back for a little retest. Bitcoin has been playing around for the longest time. Like, we've been holding this trade since Tuesday last week, and today is Thursday. That's just so crazy. But anyway, that's about it for a quick update. Let me just, see what I can do. And I haven't even been vlogging. I haven't been vlogging the whole entire time. I'm picking up the camera today on a Thursday, and yeah, it's just been a hectic week for me. And also, since we've just taken also a losing trade on the Nasdaq, I was like, let me just document that and explain it to you guys, you know, how we took it and yeah, the thought process and everything. But it is what it is. Let's get the day started. Let's go. Yo, what's up, you guys? Okay, so it's currently, yes, slightly after 8 o'clock. It's a Thursday. I know I picked up the camera this morning, but I am really having one of the laziest, if I'm saying laziest, trading weeks. Like, I'm opening the chart right now. Throughout the day, I did not actually open the chart. I was so occupied with a lot of other things. And tell me why this is the first thing I am seeing on my chart. We have US30 sitting at all-time highs. Like, we just broke out of this area and now we have new highs on US30. I was just updating the main channel right here. As you can see, we have new highs on US30. Also, was looking at gold right now and I am seeing a really good opportunity. As you can see, we have just broken out of this area and I am trying to look for a trade for the inner circle right now. So that's gonna have to be after a little drop, you know, after a little retracement. Maybe we want to see if we close outside of that 4-hour, you know, candlestick on gold. That'll be in 1 hour 47 minutes, and then I will give them the trade. But this week is just super lazy for me. I have not made a single dollar. Instead, I have lost money, over $1,000 from the clip in the morning, right? And right now my Bitcoin trade is also currently dropping. Focus, as you can see right there, right? Bitcoin is also dropping. It's just sitting at $1,000. I know December is not really advisable to trade like that, because I was planning to say like after the 15th of December, then we'll just start taking it light. You know, the holidays will be now kicking in. I didn't know that this week could be just really crazy too, right? But nevertheless, that's still good. That's still good. So right now I do have a mentorship class that I just want to jump into, and then I will see how gold will be looking in the next 2 hours. Let's just say that. And then if I can give a trade in the inner circle, or if we can try and get something good for the week, because the week is absolutely not looking good for us. And yeah, I guess some weeks are like that, right? But anyway, we are gonna call it a night for now. See you guys in the next clip. This is what outside looks like whenever I get into the car, but thank God today I'm a passenger princess. I don't get to clean this today. Finally going to buy curtains for the studio. It's so cold outside. Where's my phone? I think I left my phone. Oh, I haven't. That's the time right now. And today's a Friday. The market is closing in just a few minutes. It's so cold outside right now. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but then like the AC is so loud. This is how it's supposed to actually sound. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be shouting, but like when it's so loud like this, I end up having to shout because it's cold. Anyway, guys, problem is we only have these curtains and then these ones, right? These are like the dark colors that they have, but like I'm looking for something that's like gray, you know, something that's like black, dark, somewhere here. I guess I might have to end up taking something like this blue, if you guys can see this. Not bad, right? Something like this. Yeah, but let's keep looking. I'm not just checking out other things, but I've already found the curtains. I took something blue, not like the black that I wanted, but it's still fine. We'll see how that will look in the studio when we put them. Blue curtains in a gray room. But anyway, we're just going to walk around and look, see if there are any other interesting things. The TV in the studio, I need to put like a little shelf thingy. Let me set you guys right over here. Wow, that one is really cute actually. I like it. This one. I think I might end up getting this one too. Oh, flip, and I forgot. I haven't checked on the trade. We are in a trade with the inner circle on the Nasdaq. You see this, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this. This is so nice. I actually like it. But here, yeah. So one of these. That's it, right? Yep. think I'll get this one. When I wanted to decorate the room, I came to look for wallpaper here for my studio. I think it's this color, this one. I'm not sure, but I think it's actually this color. Kind of like gray, maybe something like this. At first, tell me why I tried to put the wallpaper by my own self instead of asking for help, and it didn't come out as nice as I thought in my head. Then I eventually had to ask for help. But yeah, I think that's about it in this shop. Let us go and pay. I haven't found anything else that I like, but the main thing that I came for, I have gotten the curtains that I had come for, and that is good by me. So yeah, let's go. You know, just like people have Father Christmas and all, this one is called Dead Rose, this one, and it comes with his granddaughter. Oh yeah, it actually has the same face. It actually has the same face, so it's him. It's not Father Christmas that will be wearing red and white. He'll be wearing blue, I guess, and white and all of these other colors. But like, only interesting thing is he comes with his granddaughter. Yeah, really interesting. The time I spent in the shop and the number of things that I bought, I just bought 2 things, 2 curtains and 1 lamp. But like, I spent so much time. But anyway, let's go. I am one person that doesn't even know what's happening with my trade on the Nasdaq. How we entered right here, so I'm guessing we had a little bit of a pullback and then it shot up to the top. Now it's kind of like dropping back again, so it already hit our first take profit somewhere here for like 40 pips. It moves I think like 70 pips already. Somebody tell me why I thought that this thing comes with, look, it's literally written here, not included. I did not buy the bulb. I was so excited for this thing, but like I literally just bought the lamp without the bulb. Like, oh man, I was really excited, looking forward to using this in the video, but I guess not today. Oh gosh, it's so cold. You can see that, right? It's so cold. You can see the time, it's just slightly after 8 o'clock, and I think it's safe for me to say that I'm allergic to the cold. Whenever like I am cold, I start to sneeze like a lot, right? So this is what I'm currently using, just this nasal spray, Nasonex. Just got this from the pharmacy, and yeah, it's helping a bit right now. I feel much better, and like when I woke up. So I just want to find something to eat real fast before I leave this house, and I'm also going to do the weekly analysis today. Believe it or not, we barely survived the week. It was a terrible week for me. It was a terrible week. Actually, I closed off the week in a loss. Like, it's been a minute since I closed off the week in a loss. I normally can take losses during the week, but then at the end of the week, we always then recover that. But it's like this week was just a different ball game. I had 2 trades and both trades played out really bad. As you can see right here, I am actually down. How much is this? This is like 600 and something dollars on the account. I did manage to add some positions on Bitcoin before the market closed yesterday because it was at a good zone, but I then just decided, you know, I'm going to close off all of my trades, including the Bitcoin trade that I was supposed to hold for a long time. And yeah, so we closed off the week with a minus $600 loss on my account. In my inner circle, I gave 2 losing trades in a row, and that's just so crazy, but it's trading, right? So it's part of the game. Anyway, I'm gonna get this day started. Never has a loss ever discouraged me. So yeah, let's get the day started. I want to see if I can also do the weekly analysis right now, but I'm gonna have to first eat. It is later in the day, as you can see, and I've just gotten time to do the weekly analysis right now, you guys. We're going to start off by looking at our economy calendar right over here. Honestly, I am not really bothered with the news. We do have news almost every single day except on Monday, but since it's December, the market is going to be acting really, really crazy, and we already know the news with the whole Broadcom and stuff like that. That whole AI stuff is going to affect the stock market, so that's why we saw the Nasdaq Nasdaq and US30 falling really crazy before the week closed. But anyway, just be cautious and manage your risk, especially during these times when we're trading next week, right? But going over right onto the chart, we might as well start off with this Bitcoin trade. Okay, we already know that this Bitcoin trade, we have made a lot of money from this Bitcoin trade, like a lot of money. On my larger prop firm accounts, I've made really a lot of money. We caught the trade from around about this level, and then we added positions here. When we broke out, it pushed up. We got here, we dropped, we added again, we joined the trade, and it came back for a retest, and then we joined it again, and we're just, scaling into the trade in and out, and we held on to one trade. That is the one that I eventually closed. Now, the goal for that trade was to write it up right to around $10,000 on that trade. Why? Because of the simplicity of the setup, right? In as much as I have closed the trade, it still looks very much okay. We have a low right here. We have a higher low. We haven't put in any low that has broken the structure of this whole setup. So for this Bitcoin trade, we even noticed that we are creating a bunch of liquidity right at these levels, right? We know that beginner traders will come. The moment the market comes back here, will come and sell. I'm always saying this exact same thing. Now, if you haven't caught this for the whole entire year, when I'm repeating the exact same thing, then now you need to be serious, right? Because we have created a bunch of liquidity right at this level. The market is here. If it mistakenly just comes back to the zone, we know that a lot of people are going to sell here. So we want to buy it and break out of it, right? So for that reason, I might as well look for another opportunity as soon as the market opens on Bitcoin. But let's see what it has done on the higher time frames, because we might just be biased right now. I had a whole trend line. I'm reanalyzing again everything because I have closed my trade. So when I want to go into the market again, I have to reanalyze. And you can already see that the setup has changed. I was speaking a lot just now on the 4-hour time frame, but we go over to the weekly time frame and we already see that this is a whole entire different setup. Look at this. We know that the buyers were trying to buy off of this level. Now, where is the next resistance level? It's going to be right at the zone. Then if we go and drop over, is it the level that I'm talking about? Definitely the level I am talking about. Now, what do you want to see here? The only time this Bitcoin trade will be good to buy is if we break out, because now when we break out, it will now invalidate the whole break and retest we saw on the weekly time frame. It means that the buyers who would have really stepped into this market. And also we notice that we have this little trend line right here. We're going to start by breaking out of this trend line. We break out of the resistance level. We probably come back for a little retest, and then we bounce, we push right back to the top. Now let's move over to our beautiful charts. Just look at how Nasdaq was dropping, right? Down minus 2.4%. as it closed off the week. So I think it's an AI company like that, and they had some sort of slip. I think they dropped like 9% or something like that, and that caused the market to crash because investors, it's AI. The stock market is also going to react to all of those things, and the investors, when they're not certain, the stocks are going to start trying to drop and crash or whatever. That's exactly what happened. Really ridiculous for Nasdaq to just spike down like this, but that's basically what it's been doing. You see where we get these crazy spikes on the Nasdaq, but nevertheless, let's just see what we can do for this new coming week. I'm not going to be going hard for this week because I was already planning on not trading for the rest of the year, because we're going to have a lot of holidays, and it's not just going to be ideal for us to be trading, since the majority of us will not even be on the charts. We'll be spending times with our families and all of that, right? But anyway, that's said and done. We can already see that the Nasdaq is sitting right at a very good spot, right? We are sitting right there, just at that spot where we want it to be, because that's what we call a point of interest, right? And that's on the daily time frame. Let's go over onto the 4-hour time frames whilst we have already marked that up. Now, it's very simple on this particular trade. I just simply expect Nasdaq to bounce off of this area. Why? It's sitting right at a support area, right? We broke out of this level. Now, we have two scenarios here. We have the market not yet retesting the trend line, and then we have the support area that it's currently sitting at. And that brings us to what we already call our two support levels that we're supposed to have. The first one is going to be this right here, and then the second one is going to be where the market comes to retest the trend line. That will be somewhere here like this. So obviously, if you're going to see good price action in this area, buying Nasdaq would be really good with your stop stop loss somewhere around about this level. If it breaks out of this zone, then it's probably coming back to try and retest this trend line, which I highly doubt would probably happen. But at the end of the day, the market does exactly what it wants. And then the same thing that I explained on that Bitcoin chart, if we end up now bouncing off of this level and going back to the zone, you can already see that this becomes a really, really weak zone because we touched multiple times at this level. The next time we try and come back to this level, we are really going to break out and bounce up to the top, right? So that's the simple analysis that I have on Nasdaq. This is very straightforward, actually. Moving on to US30, which should have been a really beautiful trade. You know what? I really had this point of interest marked up. You can already see this. I just did not see this trade. Why? Ask me. I don't know. It just skipped me. I guess that's exactly what happens in trading, right? You would have seen multiple trades and you always end up missing most of them, right? But anyway, it would have been a really beautiful trade on US30. I'm just happy that the analysis that I had just played out exactly as I would have wanted it to, even though I didn't make a single dollar from that analysis. Now, looking at US30, you know that we have gotten new highs on US30, which is absolutely beautiful. And, you know, normally the market would always want to come back to retest these new highs. So a normal breakout and a retest, you see that it's coming to try and retest there. But I really don't like this level because it doesn't have enough confluence for me. And you can see that there was indecision in the market right as soon as it got to this level. The buyers were saying that the price is now too expensive, and then the sellers were trying to come in. This was more like a stalemate, and we can see that the sellers are the ones that won this battle right here. So currently the sellers are in control of this market right now. We always want to find an opportunity when the buyers do step in. And where is that going to be? We can use these points of interest to draw a little trend line. So this is going to be like our setup right over here. And then remember, we want to have two support areas. This one is already used up. We can see went up, came back. So it has already invalidated it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll mark up this one. We had a breakout of this area and then kind of like has to come back to retest it. And then also we have the one right at this top here. So these will be my 2 points of interest, and I'll be looking to buy US30 when it comes to these levels and shows me good price action, right? So that's exactly, this is very simple and straightforward actually. It's a resistance zone that we broke out of and has not yet been retested. So we're waiting for that to happen. If it doesn't hold this trend line, it's going to be due to an obvious trade. A lot of traders would have entered here, so they want to hunt out their stop losses. So would want to catch it at a good zone after all the traders have been taken out. Then we ride it right back to the top. So that is very simple, right? Let's look at gold. Gold also looking really nice. I did take advantage of this little trade in one of my accounts before the market closed. When it came back to this level, it was a short, quick scalp on gold. And you can see that we got to the all-time highs, and then just exactly what the sellers are known to do, right? We got to the all-time highs and then they just dived right back into the market. Now, normally we will go back, just like I said on US30, to retest these levels and then probably break out. I am thinking that gold will actually go to around $4,500, and I want to be in the trade when it does that. So we simply just have to look for a good support area. So the first one for me will be right here because we haven't really retested these levels. Let me see on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we have retested it. You can see that, right? So we broke out of this area. It came back for a retest, but since I'm not in the trade, I want to look for a better opportunity to get it. Or else if I don't get it, let's say it just wakes up and then pushes right to the top, I would want to buy it as we break out of that area, right? And then obviously would have a little biased trend line. I always love my trend lines, so I'm always going to pull out a trend line all the time, right? Trust me to always pull out a trend line. So yeah, this is what we will be looking like. And then since this is going to be our first support area, then my second support area would be right at this level right over here to buy gold. Yeah, very simple. Very, very simple analysis on Nasdaq, US30 gold, and the Bitcoin trade. Nothing complicated here. And I know regardless of, you know, the volatility, the news, the holidays, we will still make a lot of money this coming week. Now, before I forget, our website was down on Monday, but we are back. And yes, as you can see right over here. So if you could not get your material, we have it right there. Make sure sure you go and get it. But what I'm interested in showing you guys is the competition. So the competitions are back. I think the light is disturbing here, but anyway, you can see the trading competitions in just 18 days on both of them, the scalper sprint and the swing trader marathon. We are going to be starting now. A lot of things have changed here. You can already see that we have 4 people that have already joined this one, and it's going for $12, and this swing trader one is going for $7. You're going to see that the price pool is $520, and we will have 10 winners. The first person will win $150, $100 to the second person, $60 to the third, $45, $40, $25 to the sixth, and to the 10th price, as you can see right over here. So those are the details for the competition. Make sure you want to check those out. Now, this is a very interesting competition because it's not something that you see on a normal day. When you're only allowed to trade gold and US30, you should have a minimum of 50 trades and a maximum of 100 trades. So this is going to be a very intense competition because a lot of traders, they really know how to do all of those scalping and stuff like that, and all positions should be closed within 30 minutes. So this is a very, very interesting competition, nothing that you've seen before. And also on the swing trader marathon, this will last for a bit longer. This is a 1-month competition. The scalper sprint is just for 2 weeks, and the swing trader, the entry fee is just $7 to enter here. Then the prices are still the same. 10 people will be winning. Here you can trade all the forex pairs. You can hold all the positions. They should be held for a minimum of 24 hours to show us that you are actually a swing trader, and then you are only supposed to have 20 trades max. So yeah, that's very interesting if you ask me. Very, very interesting. Go and join the competition right now. We are starting on the 1st of January. Now, if you did enjoy this video and you found the breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me with that? It's been Tino, and I'll see you guys in the next lit video. Love you guys.